Hey there again, everybody. I'm Jacqueline Mazzarella. I'm back again with Himanshu Chhetri. And we are going to be talking about today jumpstarting your Atlassian migrations or DevOps migrations with Addteq and how it can help your organization grow regardless of your organization's needs. So hopefully we can help answer some of your questions today. So Himanshu, I'll dive right on in here and start getting into it a little bit. So how does Addteq's Codefactori enterprise solution offer a flexible hybrid solution?
Sure. So Addteq offers a Codefactori with two different deployment options for our customers. So we have the SaaS option for customers that don't want to manage the underlying infrastructure for these mission critical applications. And then the second option is the customers can deploy these applications on the infrastructure that they manage themselves, which could be on-premise or could be in a cloud environment. And the reality is, especially for a lot of the enterprise customers, is that they are in the process of making a migration to the cloud. They have an organization-wide directive where they are now increasingly deploying doing the newer deployments on the cloud, as well as migrating some of these applications from on-premise to cloud. For these enterprise customers, they are in this transition phase where they need to support both of these environments, both on-premise, cloud, and also they may have flexibility where they may be able to have a third-party vendor host these tools, or they have strict requirements and compliance and regulatory requirements for these tools to be managed themselves. And a Codefactori Enterprise provides the perfect balance between these two needs on two opposite ends. So if the customer has the choice where they can completely offload the hosting and management of these tools, then they can go with the SaaS option for particular tools. But then for other tools where they need to manage it themselves, Codefactori Enterprise can offer the complete lifecycle management and automation. And this provides the flexibility in terms of the hybrid deployment option where they can deploy on-premise, cloud, third-party vendor, or themselves. So both in terms of the infrastructure hosting environment as well as the underlying support. So they have this great degree of flexibility, which is unmatched by any other alternatives that may exist.
Great. And in addition to that, how does Codefactori Enterprise allow an organization to innovate at scale?
So organizations really need to focus on their core, business. They get distracted if they have to spend too much effort supporting a lot of these tools and manage the entire life cycle of these tools, including the initial setup, the migration to the cloud, or the upgrades and maintenance. So ideally, they need the ability to automate this entire life cycle where they spend minimal to no time on these and then focus on their core business. And they can do that with the help of the automation and the features that Codefactori Enterprise offers. And then the other is organizations also need to be able to rapidly experiment in order to innovate. So they may need to try out, let's say, some kind of new integration between these tools, or they may need to try some experimental configuration to see how well it works. And Codefactori Enterprise has features like the ability to spin up sandbox or test environments by copying the production environment, and they can then safely experiment and try out these features and experiments in that environment without affecting the production environment. And overall, this can contribute towards faster pace of innovation, faster software or services delivery to their end user and customer without being burdened by the management of all of these tools and technologies.
I see. Okay, perfect. And how does Codefactori Enterprise minimize an organization's downtime, all in turn maximizing their ROI?
So one is, we talked about the resources required to manage these mission critical tools, and Codefactori Enterprise can minimize the amount of time resources need to manage these tools and environments. And the other is just the best practices that Codefactori uses. So Codefactori utilizes the best practices in terms of the overall configuration of these environments and the overall deployment of these tools. And Codefactori deploys these tools in a way that it enables high availability and automatic failovers, and also helps ensure that there is robust monitoring and backups in place. So this can take away a lot of the overhead of managing these environments. And then it can also enable maintenance windows with minimal to no downtime. And then also a lot of organizations are hesitant or have to spend a lot of time doing some migrations, let's say from on-premise to cloud environments. And Codefactori Enterprise has the automated migrations built in. And our team also works with with the enterprise customer to make sure that the security and compliance requirements are met. So this really rapidly accelerates the migration, including the migration to the cloud. So with all of these different angles, Codefactori Enterprise can really help maximize the ROI while minimizing expensive downtime.
I see. Great for large organizations, I'm sure.
Yep, definitely.
And one more question to wrap everything up here, Himanshu. How does Codefactori Enterprise allow you to meet your compliance standards more easily?
So in terms of the initial onboarding process, we have a concierge onboarding process because we understand that for enterprise customers, they need some initial assistance to ensure that the deployment of these tools in their environment meets all of the security and compliance requirements. We also, if required, will spend time with the security and compliance teams to ensure that they understand the architecture of these tools and why we architect them towards best practices, and also being available to answer any questions that they may have around any specific technical or regulatory requirements. And also, just our general best practices. These are the best practices that we adapt for our deployments are geared towards what we consider top-notch in terms of industry-leading standards for security and compliance.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, if any of you have any more questions in terms of Codefactori Enterprise, minimizing your downtime and maximizing your ROI, or just about managed hosting in general, feel free to reach out to Addteq at www.addteq.com. And also at the end of this month, we will be hosting a webinar where you'll be able to learn more about Codefactori Enterprise, but also the hybrid approach to deployment. And hopefully we'll see you on that webinar. You could also check that out on our website. Thank you again for watching our video, and stay tuned for our next one.
Thank you.
Bye.